3 days away from this event, part of Championship Saturday. The distance is 1 mile and 3/8. $2 million is the purse. And with a field of 12 rather, Ylang is going to be a scratch. I'm just finding out about that right now. That's a little disappointing. I did like her chances here. Warlike Goddess is 5-2, but Matt, it feels like we've seen her best, and I don't know if her best is good enough against this group.
To me, this is the most difficult handicapping race of Breeders' Cup weekend. Just my opinion. I'm with you on Warlike Goddess. I don't think fourth time is the charm. This will be her fourth try in a Breeders' Cup race, and she still hasn't got the job done. I don't think she's as good as she once was. I wanted to look for some alternatives in here. You know, Didia makes some sense, but I think the form recently leaves a bit to be desired. I wanted to go with a 3-year-old. 3-year-olds have done quite well in this race throughout the past handful of years. And I know on paper, when you're beaten by 6 lengths, it doesn't look all that sexy. I think Soprano ran quite well in the QE2 Cup in that most recent start. That was her first try here in the United States back on October 12th at Keeneland. She just had the unfortunate task of running into an absolute monster, and she feels pretty. I maintain, I respect what Cherie DeVoe is doing. They want to wait. It sounds like the American Oaks maybe at the end of the year is a goal. But if she feels pretty, ran in this race, which I think would have been too far, or more sort of online with the mile, I think she would have been a legitimate threat. Soprano earned a really fast figure on one set of commercially available speed figures and then a couple of just sort of so-so numbers. I don't think this is a very good group top to bottom. I don't think there's any speed in here with the exception of Full Count Felicia. And Soprano, if you've watched any of her European races, she can get a little bit keen early on. I think if you're Billy Loughnane, Billy the Kid, I think you just kind of let her go. And maybe you end up taking up that second position in behind Full Count Felicia. You hope she comes back to you and you get first run. Look, it's a little bit of a tighter turf course than what we're used to seeing. I'll take my chances at 20-1 with the 12.
He's looking at Soprano 20-1. I also like a Euro. I like the 3 Cinderella's Dream 4-1. She's undefeated in her 2 American racing events. She won the Belmont Oaks, a Grade 1 race, from well off the pace, and then used a last-to-first move to win the 5-horse Saratoga Oaks, Grade 2. She's looked sharp, other than the English Guineas, a Grade 1 event back on May 5th, where Porta Fortuna was second by a neck and came back to win a big Grade 1 race next out, and she's in the turf. Other than that race, really a flawless resume for the 3 Cinderella's Dream for Charlie Appleby.
Yeah, and the distance shouldn't be any sort of an issue for her. I know she hasn't gone out past 1 mile and 3/16, and this is at 1 mile and 3/8, but she gives off the impression that distance is going to be her friend, not her foe. So coming off a little bit of a layoff, she's got that good form coming in from New York, and I think it's always worth noting when you see the Godolphin horses show up and you see where William Buick lands, it's usually a bit of a tip-off. I think Cinderella's Dream has as good a chance as anyone in this race.